Hello everyone, welcome back again for more exciting adventures with King Graham in the land that time forgot. Actually, it's not really the land that time forgot, it's Coloma. It's a land that doesn't exist. Let's go ahead and make use of the gifts that we got in the last video. So yes, again, to recap, in the last video, we met a genie who has now since left us because the lamp disappeared. But the genie gave us this, the carpet, the magic carpet, the sword, and the bridle. Is it pronounced sword or sword? I always thought it was, I always heard it as sword growing up, but whenever I watch somebody do videos of Happy Wheels now, you know how Happy Wheels has all those sword throw levels? People seem to be always saying sword throw. Sword. Is that a new thing, or did I just not pay enough attention in learning English? Anyway, let's do the first logical thing, which is to ride the magic carpet. And Graham ascends vertically like a helicopter. And we can't control this. You can't actually steer this magic carpet ride. You just have to kind of watch Graham fly to this screen here. Yes. And there's nothing to do here except walk to the right. There are steep cliffs on 3 sides of this mountain top. Don't get too near the edge. It's nice of the game to tell us that, because otherwise I might not have noticed that we're on a cliff. I don't think you can say look down, or no, you can't really. Well, you can see it for yourself. You don't really need a textual description of the space below. Look out! There is a poisonous viper blocking your path. So yes, indeed there is a poisonous viper blocking our path. So what would be really useful here, of course, is a tambourine, because, as we all know, snakes are afraid of tambourines. But, no, that we'll have to wait until the 5th game for that. So in this game, there are basically 3 things you can do with this viper. The first thing, of course, you can do is get killed by it. The snake has struck you dead. Well, that didn't take very long, did it now? Just waiting to see if, oh, yeah. I wanted to see if they had changed the death screen by now, and yeah, they did. Now it says, "We are pleased to see that you are doing so well, and hope that your score will keep improving," because now we're at 97 points. Of course, the first game did that as well. Okay, so that's obviously the first thing you can do with a snake. The second thing you can do with a snake is kill it. If you just type kill snake, brandishing the sharp sword, you quickly slash the viper into ribbons. You can do that. That works well enough. If we can eat the snake. Nope. Can we take it? Why would you want a dead snake? I don't know. To wear it as a feather boa or something like that. Okay. Boa. Get it? Boa. Ho 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 ho. So funny. But the better solution here, the solution that gets you more points and more, and kind of better results, is something that you would probably never in a million years guess. If you throw the bridle on the snake, then it turns out that the snake is actually a winged horse. Or, well, maybe it wasn't a winged horse, but it turns into a winged horse. Because the game gave us a very strong hint that if you throw this bridle onto a snake, the snake will turn into a winged horse. And by that I mean the game never told us that, and I don't think that any reasonable person would ever be able to guess this. But, anyway, you toss the leather bridle onto the cold snake, and there stands before you not a snake, but a beautiful winged horse wearing the bridle. Okay. Hello, Pegasus. He even neighs like a horse, because that's what horses do, I guess. Let's go ahead and talk to the horse. Thank you, kind sir, for saving me. An evil enchanter turned me into a snake when I refused to be his steed. To repay you, here is a magic sugar cube that will guard against poisonous brambles. Okay, I think Traditionally, sugar cubes are supposed to be for horses, but it's kind of a new one. Now the horse gave a sugar cube to a human. So there is a cave there which we can go into in just a moment, but let's take a moment to look in this hole and see what we can find in here. Oh no! This is as bad can be! Upon looking into the hole, you believe you see an incredibly blatant plug for another Sierra 3D animated adventure. Hang on. Oh, it's King's Quest III. Well, I wonder what this King's Quest thing is that you speak of. Become Gwydion, young slave to the evil wizard Manannan of Ludor. Explore the countryside, where Manannan reigns supreme. Scale snowy peaks to tackle the abominable snowman in his mountain stronghold. He's not really so abominable, is he? He's just a little bit cranky now, isn't it? Really? Well, I was not expecting that. Let's try that again. Let's see, where did I leave off? Okay, so we're back here. Throw the bridle on the snake and talk to the horse. Okay, the horse gives us the sugar cube and then flies away. Thanks, horsey. Gosh, that's never happened to me before. That must be a problem with this copy of the game that I have. So, most of you are probably surprised that this is a plug for King's Quest III, because most of you, of course, have probably played the PC version of King's Quest II, assuming you've played it at all. But if you have, you've probably played the PC version. I believe in the PC version, looking into this rock gives you a plug for Space Quest I. But yeah, in this version of the game, it's King's Quest III. Let me go ahead and try that one more time, just in case maybe that was just a one-time glitch. But if it happens again, then obviously obviously I must have a bad copy of the game. It's kind of disappointing. That didn't happen when I had an actual Apple II GS. So I must have a bad copy. I'm assuming that that wizard's name is pronounced Manannan, but it would be pretty funny if his name was pronounced Manannan. 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 And yes, that is the half dome in the background there, the mountain from Yosemite, which lends Sierra Online its logo conveniently in the... Oh, here we go. Okay. Discover the wizard's secret spells and use his magic to free yourself from his captivity. Find passage on a ship bound for places unknown. Embark upon a dangerous voyage to another land. And of course, match wits with the powerful wizard Manannan, whose every whim must be your command. Briefly befuddled by this bizarre event, you brace yourself and continue with the quest before you. See, King's Quest isn't all serious business. It's there is some fun and games to be had here. Well, that's good. I was afraid that I might have a bad copy of the game. but it seems like for whatever reason there was just a weird glitch that happened the first time, but this time it played through successfully, so anyway, let's go ahead and carry on. So yeah, in this cave, you see a large golden key lying on a rock in the damp cave. So, let's go ahead and get the key. And now the dark, damp cave is empty and uninteresting. I guess Graham is not a spelunker. Although, actually, even if you are a spelunker, there probably are caves that are not interesting, because I assume that not every cave in the world is meant to be interesting. So that's all we can do up here, and we get back by riding the carpet. Can we ride the carpet from here? Yes, we can. We don't have to go all the way to the left to that screen where we landed the first time. Oh, actually, it looks like we do. It looks like the game simply carries us over all these screens instead of us walking. But yeah, we do still have to come back here. And okay, well, is the game going to give us another? Yeah, I was just about to say, is it going to give us another one of these open sky interlude screens just to delay the transition even further? And yes, it did. Okay, we're back here. So let's go ahead and... It's really bad practice, actually, to keep saving over one save like this, because if something happens, if I die for some reason, or if I get myself into a situation where I'm stuck, then I won't be able to go back. This is actually very bad practice, but hey, I'm a rebel. You can't tell me what to do. I'm punk. I'm independent. I'll save over the same saved game if I feel like it. Let's go ahead and try to find that bridge again, because now we have the second key and we can open the second door. It's probably, I think it's the next screen up from here. But the fairy's going to show up and try to bless me in a second. Nope, she didn't. It would have been funny if she showed up right when I said it. I was hoping that she would show up right when I said it, just so that I could prove myself correct in my pessimism, but unfortunately the game made me look stupid. Or you could say that I made myself look stupid. I guess that's probably also true. So, let's go ahead and take the very, very long amount of time that it takes for Graham to walk across the bridge and get back to the door. And here we go. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and unlock the door. The key to the second door fits easily into the keyhole. You turn the key and Shazam! I believe the first time it was presto, but now it's Shazam. The door opens and the second gold key disappears, revealing a third door with yet another inscription. And yes, this is the last door. So let's go ahead and read the inscription on this door. Whosoever chooses to seek the last key must have a stout heart. Well, I think that rules Graham out. But that's okay. Maybe the inscription lied to us. Maybe even somebody like Graham can get the key to the final door. So, what did this unlock? Well, you remember that poisoned lake with the poison in it? And it poisoned you if you tried to drink it or go into it or anything like that? Yeah. There is now a new development at that lake. Let's go ahead and find out what that might be. Actually, I'm just thinking about it, and I think there's something else that I need to do before I do that. Yes, there is. Good thing I realized that. I just realized that before... I'm trying to mentally in my head think of all the steps that I need to go through, and yeah, there is actually one thing that I need to do before I go to the poisoned lake, and that is right here. Or not right here, but inside this house. We haven't been inside the house yet, but now's a good time to go there, because we will need to... Actually, technically it's not necessary. We don't need to go into the house and do anything there, but there is something that we should do in there before we go back to the poisoned lake. Ah. Wow, this is a nice little cozy house. This is the home of Grandma. I don't think you just... I don't know. I don't know how it usually works in fairy tales, but I don't think you just say this is the home of Grandma unless she's your grandma. I mean, if she's Graham's grandma or something like that, that would be one thing. But I'm pretty sure she's not Graham's grandmother, so I don't think you would just say this is Grandma. But okay, whatever. It is comfortably furnished. Frilly curtains cover the windows. Flowers are in vases or vases. Grandma is lying on a brass bed in a cloud of pillows and coverlets. Can I look at some of these paintings? The game doesn't understand painting or paintings. Or picture or pictures. Wow. You see the woods when you look out the window. Imagine that. The game doesn't understand curtains. Wow. Well, that's pretty Spartan. But anyway, yeah, we don't need to do anything here except interact with Grandma. Let's go ahead and talk to Grandma. Grandma's very weak. Her voice wavers as she says, "Good day, kind sir. I would like to offer you a cup of tea, but as you can see, I am ailing." All right. Well, what do you do to sick people? You, well, I guess that depends on your opinions of euthanasia. But in this case, what you're supposed to do is give the soup to Grandma. I bet if I just say give soup, it's gonna say I need to specify whom to give it to. So let's go ahead and give the soup to Grandma. You feed the hot chicken soup to ailing Grandma. "I feel much better," she says. "In return for your kindness, I have something for you. Look under the bed." You know, Grandma, I really appreciate it, and if you're into that kind of thing, then I don't mind, but I really don't need to see your equipment in action. That's kind of, you can just keep that to yourself, Grandma. You drop to your hands and, oh boy, and peer under the bed. A large ruby ring and a black cloak are hidden there. You take them into your possession. Grandma, why do you have a ruby ring and a black cloak under your bed? I mean, seriously, I was just joking about what I was saying before, but is Grandma really into this whole sort of dress-up role-playing kind of thing? Okay, the ring is gold with an enormous red ruby. The initials CD are engraved inside the gold band. I think this is inaccurate. This ring is in fact not a compact disc. It is in fact a ring, so the CD part is not, it's a red herring of some kind. And what was the other thing? It was a cloak. Wasn't sure if it was a cloak or a cape. Okay, the black cloak would better fit a man taller than you. Red satin lines the inside. Okay. Thanks, Grandma. You're welcome. And that's all we can do here. All we can do with Grandma is give her the soup and get the ring and the cloak from her. Okay, good. I'll go ahead and save here. One thing that does sometimes happen inside the house is that instead of Grandma... Oh, a wolf in Grandma's clothing is in the bed. And you should get out of there fast. But I want to talk to... Whoa! The wolf pounces on you. My, what big teeth he has. Good enough to eat you with, my dear. I guess that's all there is about that. I'm a little disappointed that the game didn't do something more extensive with that. It would have been awesome if the game had actually had you get into a conversation with the wolf and have Graham say, "Wow, what big teeth you have, Grandma, and what big other parts you have, Grandma," because that would have been a pretty that would have been a funny conversation to have. But no such luck. We just the wolf just suddenly jumps out of the bed, and also somehow he lost all his clothes because the wolf was dressed as Grandma when he was in bed. But when he jumped out, he suddenly just all his grandma clothes disappeared. It's positively indecent, it is. There was a naked wolf that tried to attack me. He should be put into prison. What sort of wolf dresses up as a grandma, anyway? I didn't realize that wolves were into that sort of thing. I thought that wolves just sort of hung around all day and hunted rabbits or whatever they eat. And once again, why am I going here? Wow. I really am. I guess I'm too goal-oriented. I keep getting too fixated on the idea of getting to that door and unlocking the door, and I keep forgetting that. Oh wait, no, I don't. No, I don't unlock the door. I actually don't want to do that anymore. And actually, I just realized that in thinking about that door, I think I realized that I said something inaccurate before. Because remember when I said before that you can walk across the bridge 7 times? I think it's actually 5 times. Yeah, because you walk back and forth for the first 2 doors, and then to go for the third and final door, you you just have to cross the bridge once. So actually, I think you can cross the bridge only 5 times, not 7 times, as I said previously. I'm so mixed up. I swear. I really just don't. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know what's real and what's not. All this time spent walking Graham Watch around has made me a little bit crazy, and I'm starting to lose my fragile grip on reality. So I'm sorry, everyone. Luckily, we're making pretty good progress. If you look at our score, we're about 2/3 through the game, so I think I can probably salvage this before I completely go off the edge. But yeah, it's kind of a shame. I remember all these times when I was quite sane and could speak lucidly and sensibly. But anyway, so yes, the Grim Reaper has come here to collect anyone who would visit the lake. This is what happens when you read the 3rd inscription, the inscription on the 3rd and final door. So let's go ahead and save here, and I'll end the video here for now. In the next video, we will speak with this Death Man, and he will tell us all kinds of interesting things about what happens to us after we die. Actually, he won't really. Unfortunately, he does not. But it would be nice if he did. But no, he doesn't. Okay, I'll go ahead and leave it at that for now. Thank you for watching, everyone. I will talk to you in the next video, hopefully. Bye-bye for now.